New York Giants at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right now, Jags are 3-point home favorites, a total of 43. So I look at you, Mr. Adam Candy, and I say, do we believe in this Jaguars team that has found a way to lose some games, which, you know, hey, look, they got a lot of support in. There were some games in which you got bad quarterback play, some untimely turnovers, different things like that. Is that the wrong side of variance for this Jags team, or is that maybe just who this Jags team is, disguised as a team on the up and up? And then on the flip side of that, we have the Giants, who some people will say, all right, yeah, it's fine and dandy. The record is all great, but let's be for real. It's still Daniel Jones. It's still a team with no wide receivers. Are they going to be able to keep this up? Where do you fall on a game that, again, is on this key number of 3? It's on the field goal, to where if you did want to take the Giants, you know, hey, look, you are getting the full field goal in this game.
All right. This one's hard for me, and you know why it's hard for me. Like, it's hard for me to give you a reasonable evaluation of the New York Giants, because I have now fallen to the place where I have allowed myself to have hope and get excited as a Giants fan, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing to feel as a Giants fan.
Love.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Love. All right, I'm singing the Beatles. Go on.
Thank God, because that was painful. So Trevor Lawrence, when kept clean, has a passer rating of 110. Trevor Lawrence under pressure has passer rating of 37. We know one thing. Wink Martindale's going to blitz, and he's going to bring pressure, and he might have Azeez Ojulari for the first time this year, who was the Giants' best pass rusher in the 2021 season. Now, if you read this week, a couple of great pieces, one by Benjamin Solak at The Ringer, one by Ted Wynn from The Athletic. They discuss everything schematically that Brian Daboll and Matt Kafka are doing to maximize the lack of talent that they have. And the fact that Brian Daboll came from this pass-heavy offense with what he developed with Josh Allen in Buffalo and has basically embraced this chaotic run game with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley shows that he's willing to do whatever it takes to get something out of this offense. I think Jacksonville is a team that is going to be good next year. I just don't think the pieces are all the way together yet. If you made me take a side, I would take the points with the Giants, but I still don't believe the Giants are all that good.
Yeah, it's hard for me to put this in the account. Same deal. If I had to play, I would play the Giants in the points. Listen, there's something to be said for Daniel Jones playing as well as he's played so far this season. He has not been in the easiest of situations. Every single wide receiver has gone down that he thought he was going to have over the course of the season. The wide receivers that were supposed to start to contribute have all been hurt. Finally gets Wan'Dale Robinson back last week. Can he become a bigger contributor for this offense? Will he become kind of the de facto number one for this team? There's just a lot of question marks here. Again, I'm not going to rush to back the Jags. I do believe if I had to play it, I'd take the points with the Giants, but not in the account quite yet. I do think, though, that Daniel Jones has taken a step forward this year, probably very likely due to the tutelage of Brian Daboll, but I actually do think he's taken a step forward this year. What say you over there, Mr. Stephen Andrews?
I did bet Jags minus 2.5 at the start of the week. That doesn't help anybody right now.
Right. I mean, it's under the field goal, and that's a different bet. So what about?
It's probably not going that way. The market's moving towards the Jags, and I think they're betting what I'm betting with a bet on regression to the mean here with these teams. But I think it is really easy to argue that the underdog in this game has the better quarterback. The last 3 weeks, we have two quarterbacks who are in new systems. We want to see improvement after that first month of the season or so. And Daniel Jones is top 5 in EPA and success rate, and Trevor Lawrence is 27th in EPA and 15th in success rate. Completion percentage over expected, Jones top 3, Lawrence bottom 5. So Lawrence is not doing his part with Doug Peterson here, and I think that's part of the reason why you saw them go a little bit more run-heavy last week against the Colts, and really should have covered that game. But for the novice bettor out there, you're looking at this line. Why is a 4-1 team a 3-point dog against a 2-4 team? Overall for the season, the Jags are
because they're 5-1. Because they're 5-1.
My mistake.
Thank you.
And listen, Brian Daboll is a god. First of all, This guy's amazing. And if I don't cash my Nick Sirianni Coach of the Year bets, it's going to be because of Brian Dable. But Jacksonville 11th in yards per play, Giants 22nd. Success rate, Jacksonville 6th, Giants 19th. EPA defense, Jacksonville 9th, Giants 22nd. Success rate defense, Jacksonville 6th, Giants 20th. That's why the line is what it is. And people are betting on regression here and getting back to these numbers playing out to be more wins for the Jaguars over the course of time here. But I am very concerned about Trevor Lawrence here moving forward. So I'm not all that. I bet the number because I thought anything under 3 was a good number here, but I have concerns about Trevor Lawrence for sure.
And, again, just because of everything being so, in flux, this is actually a very important game for this Jags team. I mean, listen, the AFC South is ripe for the taking, right? I mean, it is wide open. So you certainly don't want to fall to 2-5. You get to 3-4, you are still in the mix here in this division. So definitely something that comes into play too, I think, with some of these coaching decisions maybe that get called somewhere along the way as well.